From Coach Davenport, and then open it up for questions for the student athletes first.
Well, of course, we definitely didn't end this season the way that we wanted to end this season, but nevertheless, I am definitely proud of this young lady to my right and everything that she has given to this team in 4 years. Just amazingly persistent, just consistent, just a role model. I just told her I have a young daughter that's 9 months, and if my daughter can grow up and be anything like Shania Woods, I would be a proud mother, a model student athlete, one who has already graduated, working on her master's degree, excellent in the community, excellent on the court, and I could not be more proud of a coach than her. And when Whitley Larry stepped off the court for the last time, I told her, okay, this is your 3rd year here, 3rd time, 4th time, we have to change this. We can't have this same look for her senior year next year. But this team fell a little short today. I think we did not come out in the first quarter. 3rd quarter, 4th quarter were 1-point quarters, but when you don't come out ready to play in March, it's hard to come back. You're 0-0. The first 2 games were 7-point different game, but Texas A&M came ready to play this afternoon.
Okay, we'll have questions for the student athletes first, so let us know and we'll get a mic to you. Brandon? Oh, start off.
Hadara Jones, Garage Department Media. Shania, you just heard your coach say some amazing words about you. And of course, this hurts right now, but being an outgoing senior, what do you say to you? First off, what did you learn from this season? What do you learn from this loss? And what do you say to your team as far as preparation for next year?
Well, this season I felt like we just had a tough time coming out the locker room and beginning games. So if anything I learned from that, I would say we just got to start stronger. And I just want to thank my teammates for my senior year, my coach for the opportunity to play. So, yeah.
Brandon
Williams, Southland.org. Shania, just talk about the direction of this program from when you first stepped foot on campus to where you are right now.
Yeah, it's definitely been a big change. I mean, my freshman year, we didn't make it to Katy, and we were struggling my freshman year to just win games, but my sophomore year we made it, my junior year we made it, and my senior year we made it, so it's just going to continue to get better from here.
Gamal Jones, Garage Department Media. Shania, you had 15 points, 13 rebounds, a very hard-working double-double. And on top of that, with the compliments that your coach gave you, what can you culminate throughout your whole career as this is your last game? What can you dwell back on, and can you explain some of the fondest memories you've had?
Well, every game, I mean, I tried to give everything I had. When it comes to rebounding, I love to rebound, and I just go get the ball off the rim. And I've had some great memories with my teammates. This year, I don't think this year started, I don't think people were expecting us to make it this far. I mean, we were in last place for about a week or 2, I think. So it's just, I think we just kind of got it together and just proved everyone wrong, and we made it here. I mean, we didn't want to go home this early, but we made it, so.
Whitley, just talk about the effort of the team. Even though you guys were facing a big deficit in the second half, you guys were still going out there diving for loose balls, playing as if it was still a one-possession game.
Yes, we are a team. We are totally relentless, persevere through the tough times. So even though we're down, we're going to keep coming and coming and coming and not stopping.
Okay, more questions for the student athletes? Ladies, thank you. Congratulations on your season, and you're excused. Thank you. We'll open it up for questions for Coach Davenport. Thanks, guys. You can take your cards with you if you'd like.
Coach, Was it anything that Texas A&M Corpus Christi did that helped, that hurt you guys as far as the slow start, or was it just in the case of the team was just sluggish coming right out of the gate?
Intangibles. The intangibles are what got us, the things that you won't see in the stats. That's the energy, the effort, the hustle. I heard their girls talking to each other. I heard them encouraging each other. Those are the things that count in March. Again, when you get to this point, you're 0-0. It's not what shows up in the stats. It's what doesn't show up in the stats that counts the most. And I felt like they came out, even though, the first few trips, neither of us were just scoring. I still felt like they had the advantage in the intangibles, especially with the energy. And that's one thing that you cannot coach. You cannot coach the intangibles. We have to bring that at this time of the year. I mean, it's March Madness or it's March Sadness. It's one of the two. And when you don't bring it, you end up on the March Sadness side.
Come on.
Coach Davenport, to piggyback on Mr. Brandon's question, though you had a slow start, your team second half did seem to pick up and score a little bit better. What can you take away from a better second half to start better and positive on the next year?
We still are a relentless team, like Whitley referred to. Of course, our core values are IMPACT, impact, and the P in impact stands for amazingly persistent and persevere through the tough times. And those young ladies have adapted to that. They're amazingly persistent. And when they come on a recruiting visit, I tell them, this is what you have to be, up 30, down 30. We still have to be amazingly persistent and persevere through the tough times. And I think that attitude is what allowed us to come back the first time at home when we got down by 19 to Texas A&M. But again, in March, you can't expect to do that twice and a team know that you came back the first time. They're going to be on guard and play a little harder not to allow you to make that type of comeback again. But those young ladies in that locker room, they're amazingly persistent. They persevere through tough times, not just on the court, off the court as well. And then this year's theme was, we are better together, we are relentless. And they really adapted to being relentless.
Coach, you made mentions about the intangibles leading to the slow start. Was there anything that Corpus did that caught you off guard, or anything that they did that your players didn't recognize that contributed to the slow start?
I don't think they did anything that we were not prepared for. We just didn't do a great job of stopping it, and that was, we had to protect the paint. We had to keep them from getting inside the lane and score it, be it through Bryant, be it through Matthew, paint points of them scoring, catching the ball deep in the paint, or allowing Robertson or Evans to just penetrate and get in the paint. They did an excellent job in their paint points. They had 36 paint points. That was one of our major keys to defense. Keep them out of what we call our pack. Keep them out of the inside of the paint, and we just did not do a great job of that. So I don't think it was anything that we did not expect. They did the expected, and we didn't do a great job of stopping them from getting inside the paint. And then when you turn the ball over 25 times, that really doesn't help you that much either. That's 25 possessions that we didn't even give ourselves the opportunity to score.
Brandon.
Coach, you lose an exceptional talent in Ms. Woods, but you also have all but one of your players coming back. So at the same time where you're feeling a little disappointed, there's also a sense of optimism that you get virtually your entire team back.
Yeah, the team, believe it or not, is pretty young. Many of these players, even though they returned this year, didn't get a lot of playing time on last year. So we needed the whole non-conference just to get the sophomores and a lot of the juniors playing experience, because the group that left played a lot. Randy, Kayla, Mariah, Haley, that group played a lot of minutes last year. So it took this little group, this young group, young in playing experience. Some of them are juniors, and even though they're juniors, they didn't have a lot of playing time, with the exception of Whitley Larry and Shania Woods. So I think they're going to learn from it. I think they're going to really grasp what happened here. This definitely was a new environment for all those who are newcomers this year, but hopefully we don't put ourselves in a position where we're playing on Thursday. I would love to play on Friday or Saturday. I'm just saying, I believe in being proactive. If we can take care of things on the front end, and that bye matters. It really, really does matter. If we can get back up to 1, 2, 3, 4, that'll be great. And when you return the experienced group, like I will return next year, that's the expected. We're expecting to be 1, 2, 3, 4 and playing on Friday or Saturday versus playing this first game on Thursday.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you all.
Good luck to you next year.
Thank you, and go Privateers to our men.